Once upon a time, in a vast green meadow surrounded by tall mountains, lived a flock of sparrows. Every morning they would fly together to find food and return to their nest in the evening. Among them was a tiny sparrow named Chinu. She was the smallest of them all, with soft feathers and fragile wings. One day, while the sparrows were flying high toward the mountains, a sudden storm appeared. The wind grew strong, the sky turned dark, and the birds scattered in different directions. Poor Chinu, struggling against the powerful winds, lost her balance and fell into a deep valley below. When she finally opened her eyes, she realized she had fallen into a rocky gorge. The walls of the gorge were steep and slippery. She tried flapping her wings, but her small body could not carry her up. Looking around, she saw only rocks, shadows, and silence. High above, two older sparrows peered down and shouted, "Chinu, you'll never make it out of there. This valley is too deep, your wings are too weak. It's better you accept your fate and stay there." Hearing those words, Chinu's heart sank. For a moment she thought they might be right. Her wings were tiny, and the valley walls stretched endlessly upward. Exhausted and frightened, she sat quietly in one corner of the gorge, wondering if this was the end of her journey. Hours passed, but as the sun began to set, a thought crossed her mind. If I stop trying, I will never see the sky again. If I give up now, I'll never feel the wind beneath my wings. Gathering courage, Chinu decided to try again. She flapped her wings, jumping from one rock to another, trying to reach higher. But every time she managed to climb a little, the rocks crumbled and she slipped back down. From above, the sparrows shouted again, "Chinu, stop wasting your energy. Look at you, you're struggling, but it's useless. You'll only get tired and hurt. Stay where you are." Their words echoed through the valley like thunder. Chinu almost stopped again. She looked at the sky so far away and wondered if maybe it was impossible after all, but then something within her whispered, "What if they are wrong? What if I really can do it?" She took a deep breath, shook off the dust from her wings, and began once more. Every attempt bruised her, every slip made her weaker, but her spirit grew stronger. She ignored the voices above, focusing only on each flap, each jump, each step. The sparrows continued shouting, laughing even, "Foolish little bird, can't you see it's impossible?" But what they didn't know was that Chinu could not hear them clearly. Ever since she was young, her hearing had been weak. She saw their beaks moving, but could not catch the sharpness of their words. Whence her silence, she took their shouting as encouragement, believing they were cheering her on. Fueled by that belief, she pushed harder. With every attempt, she learned to balance better, to aim higher, to flap with greater strength. Slowly, inch by inch, she climbed the gorge wall. Her wings grew steadier, her heart beat faster, and her hope shone brighter. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she leapt from one rock, spread her wings wide, and soared upward with all her strength. The wind lifted her, the sky welcomed her, and before she knew it, she was flying free once more above the valley. The other sparrows stared in shock. They whispered among themselves, "How did she do it? We told her again and again it was useless. How could she possibly succeed?" Chinu, unaware of their disbelief, flew higher into the open sky. For her, their words had always been sounds of support, not discouragement. And that mistake, thinking they were cheering her, gave her the courage to keep trying when anyone else would have stopped. When chasing your dreams, don't fear what people say. The world will always have voices to discourage you. But your success depends not on their words, it depends on your courage to keep trying.